What's up? What's going on? Welcome to the Two Men with Mics podcast. I am your host, Bobby Joe, and of course, yours truly, my co-host with me,
Hey, yours,
CJ.
TJ. Did you pause so I can say my name or was
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
was going, and then I said, "Well, let me go ahead and say it."
You got control issues, man.
Yeah. So, what's going on?
Not much, man. Just another day in the life. Supposedly, that's what they say.
Yeah. Same here, man. It's been a long week. I'm just waiting for the weekend. So,
Yeah, I said I was gonna try to stop living for the weekends because you watch time go by when you only wait for the weekends, and
right.
but it seems that I keep falling into that depth. It's like by Tuesday, I'm like, man, I'm already planning out my weekend, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna hang out, or just
Yeah.
whatever. I'm like, man, stop that. Just live for every day, not the
Hmm.
weekend.
Yeah,
So,
and all I do is pretty much sit on the couch and watch
mhm.
black romantic comedies on Prime Video. Yeah, shout out to Prime Video. But yeah,
Man,
yeah, man, yeah. Wanted to get your thoughts, man. Wanted to get into it. I don't know if you watched the game last night. I did. NBA Finals Game One,
game one,
Suns Bucks.
Suns in six. That's my, I put it out there. Suns in six.
Suns and six. A lot of people have been saying that Suns and six.
Oh, really? Man, I
Yeah,
thought I was like a Nostradamus or whatever.
I,
However you say
I,
his name.
I think you might be right though. I don't know, man. I think this might be Chris Paul's time
Yeah,
to finally
yeah.
get that ring.
Yeah, he deserves it out of anybody. I think he's
Yeah.
one of the ones that really do deserve that. So, good
Well,
luck to him, man.
I know Giannis is hurt. I don't know. Now I'm thinking the Suns just have too much. They've got too much. And I can't help but to think, and I normally don't think like this. I still can't go back, even with the series with the Clippers. Had Serge Ibaka and Kawhi Leonard been healthy, they would have won that series.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah, hands down,
Huh.
hands
As
down.
as an easy, well, I'm gonna say sweep. I guess like an easy four. No, not four.
No, not four.
Like
Maybe. I think it would have gone. I think the Suns would have gotten one game,
really,
maybe two.
man. I
Yeah.
don't know. I
There's
mean,
no.
I'm gonna tell you this: the Clippers didn't seem to be clicking, even when Kawhi was there at the time. To me,
Mhm.
they weren't playing as fluent as who they are, when they usually play.
Right.
So that's why I kind of find it hard to see them even. Maybe 7 games.
Hmm.
The edge, I don't know, but I just didn't see them clicking very well. And then I'm gonna tell you this, and I said this before. I really don't think Paul George can play with Kawhi Leonard. He seems to sit back, or he has bad games. But when Kawhi Leonard's not playing, he's the playoff P who he's supposed to be.
Yeah, because he has to be. To me, it's almost like but he defers. Kawhi's Batman. Paul George is Robin,
He
and
more like the Butler.
it doesn't seem like he minds that role.
Yeah,
But when Kawhi went down, he had to step into
yeah.
that Batman role. So they're out, and it's not about them. And I know people, because I'd say it too. Well, they weren't available and they didn't win. So
Hmm.
move on or whatever. So I get it. I just can't help. But maybe it's because I don't like Chris Paul.
Oh yeah, you back on
Yeah,
that one, huh?
yeah, I'm back on that again.
Hold that
Yeah,
grudge, that long
yeah,
time
I am.
lifetime
I am.
grudge.
I have
I'm,
an
I'm gonna
issue with letting things go.
I'm gonna have to reach out to him, or try to see if I can find someone that knows him. Have
Yeah,
him send you an apology. Like,
yeah, for real.
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it'll be right until he apologizes for kicking that other dude in
I mean,
college.
yeah, somebody he don't even know you, but you got a grudge
Yeah,
against him.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's terrible. Kind of make me think, who got a grudge against me that I
He,
that I don't know.
that you don't even know.
Yeah,
He owes me an apology.
that's
but
terrible.
but back to the Suns and Bucks. Yeah, I just I'm gonna go with you 6. Suns and Suns and 6. Because it's I just don't think they have enough to match him. They just you got Paul, 36 years old. He could probably score 40. It seems like he could score 40 points a night.
Hmm. Yeah.
But he's getting everybody else involved, and then you got Devin Booker, You can't stop him. So, man,
Right now, I think the Suns have a nice balance on their team. It's
right.
not the strong. I'm gonna be real. They're not the strongest team that
Hmm.
I've seen in a while, or
Hmm.
even in the playoffs. But they do have a decent balance.
Right.
Game one, if you think about it, Aiton gave 22 and 19.
Right.
Which was crazy. I mean, he's up. He's kind of up there. He could have had 20 if Chris Paul didn't take that rebound away from him. Even Devin Booker told Chris Paul, "Why you get that?" Aiton was going to get that. He's going to get his 22 and 20, but you
Right.
took but he didn't see him. So, but it was just funny seeing that. Crowder almost played a Dennis Rodman role in game one. Obviously, he didn't score. He scored, I think 1 point off a free throw line, or maybe.
I don't like him either. Just to throw
Hey,
that in there.
he's a me being a Knicks fan, I look at him as how the Knicks used to be. They used to be those blue collar players,
But
Anthony Mason. That's how I look at him.
I think he tries to come across as a tough guy. He ain't no tough guy.
Nobody tested him yet, so he's gonna be a tough guy until
He
he
ain't
gets
tough
tested,
guy.
man.
He ain't a tough guy.
As
Yeah.
they say, a lot of dudes are scared of him for a reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. One of the Morris brothers, was it Morris brothers?
Yeah.
He wasn't afraid of it.
Yeah. Well, that dude's a thug, man.
Yeah.
I don't say thug. I don't say thug out to the public, but he's he's from the hood,
right.
so he's really from the hood.
Yeah, he just I just don't see. To me, he's just not a tough guy. But yeah, so I mean, go ahead.
I'm just saying, but like I was saying though, they with them not being such a strong team, but they are balanced. So it kind of gives way against when you go against Milwaukee, because they have Middleton who's been killing the entire playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm gonna say this: if the Bucks were to or had to win the championship, I would be 100% pissed if they gave the MVP to Giannis, because the only reason why they have been winning is because of Chris Middleton.
Right.
I think he's put up the better numbers. He's done more things in the clutch versus Giannis. But I think Giannis being the biggest star, they're going to always kind of lean towards him. It's kind of like how they gave LeBron James the MVP in that championship when it was really Kyrie Irving who won all the games for them. He was the one hitting all the clutch shots. He's the one dropping all the buckets and, just killing. And, like I said, I think he even hit a buzzer beater in the side, but in my world, I'm like, man, if this dude is getting all the points, he's hitting all the clutch buckets, he hit the buzzer beater to win a game, that would probably be my MVP.
Right.
But they kind of keep the stars, I guess, satisfied. I don't know what the reasoning is, but anyway, like I said, so you have Giannis who's with a sore knee right now, or sprain or hyperextended knee, which is another thing. He for somebody that has a hyperextended knee, he played pretty good. I need to get them drugs that they got, because I remember doing my knee and I need those same drugs, man. I don't know what they got, but hey.
No, I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, Giannis doesn't really scare me. It's Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
Really, because Drew can score. He plays, really good defense. Middleton can get you 30, 35. Drew really could, the high 20s, scoring low 30s. He can get you that too. I mean, I know who Giannis is, and he's a superstar, but he doesn't really scare me like Middleton or Holiday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
Middleton is he looked like he's like 45 years old when he's probably he's 20 whatever, but he's the one.
He looks older than me.
Yeah, he does. Hey, it's a couple of them out there. I'm like, man, you guys got to be on steroids. Aiden from Phoenix Suns. He is only 22 years old, and that guy looks like he's 48 years. He got grandkids. I'm like, golly, man, what?
Yeah.
Why do you look so old, my man?
Yeah.
Did you have a rough life?
You look old, man. I'm like, dude, this dude looks old. Yeah.
Here, but like I said, Middleton's going to give you those points. So the rest of the Bucks is so wishy-washy. Holiday, not so much consistent. He hasn't been very consistent. Then you have the great Bobby Portis Jr.,
who looks crazy.
Yeah. So he came out. He had one great game, and to be honest, the game one in the finals, they actually expose him defensive wise. They put him out there on an island every time by
Right.
himself, and Chris Paul Book would just go right by him. Had
Right.
him looking crazy, and then he's not scoring on the other end. So now he's a liability
Right.
when they thought he's going to be great because he
Hmm.
had that great game in the last series, or um. So like I said, and then I could just go down the line with the Bucks. Those guys are just they're not well balanced right now, like how Phoenix is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. So
interesting.
yeah, I'm going to give it to the Suns though. I think they're going to, barring a major injury,
Yeah.
maybe if Booker or Paul goes down. Uh, Other than that, it's the Suns to lose.
And
So
speaking of injuries, real quick, I'll say this: I'm getting really sick of everybody from the Bucks jumping under these guys when they're shooting at 3 pointers. Lopez did the same thing. Giannis has done it multiple times. You're too big. If you think about this, Lopez is 6'10", 6'11". He
right.
has Chris Paul is supposedly 6'2", which I know he's really not. He's below 6'2".
Hmm.
You're 6'10". What on earth, with that much height, that much stretching ability, how is it that you can jump underneath someone like basically on a closeout jump shot? If somebody's shooting a jump shot, there's no reason for you to close out that much of a space when you're that tall and that long. But yet here
Hmm.
you are, you've jumped underneath a guy shooting a jump shot again, who's a lot shorter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I just
Right.
being a basketball player, I've never had to do it against somebody a lot shorter than me. So I'm kind of like, you guys are professional. I'm only an Air Force Base basketball player, and I know better,
Yeah.
and I know how not to, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. When you think about it, because last night I was like, oh, is this a foul? But now that you mention it, you say that, because I used to play sometimes with O'Keesler, and I would go up to block somebody's shot or close out, and they never twisted their
Yeah,
ankle on my foot or anything like that.
exactly.
So, you know, I mean, should it be a flagrant foul? That's up for debate. But
I really
yeah, I
think
mean,
it
I
should
get it.
be. I
You
really
think it
think it
should
should.
be?
Oh yeah. I mean, or something. I mean, maybe a foul, as they say, a foul, shooting two and get the ball back.
Hmm.
Not a technical, but technically a technical.
Right.
you know, uh, because it just doesn't make sense. As a
Right.
players, there should be no reason. Come on, Giannis, man, look how long he is. I think his wingspan is 7'5", and
Something like that.
he's notorious for kind of going under some guys. And sometimes
Hmm.
I always wonder, is that really how you play, or are you just being dirty?
Right.
You know, and anybody that has played basketball at any organized level that has the slightest IQ
Hmm.
would will know that it doesn't take that much to close out a jump shot when you have that much of an expansion or expand over someone, or
Right.
like stretched out
Right.
uh, body. There's
Hmm.
you really don't. It's kind of
Okay.
like us playing against we're not able to say like your little nephew.
Yeah.
What reason would you have to come underneath him if he's shooting a jump shot?
Right. True.
So and
No,
it
that's true.
so
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's
Makes me mad.
oh, but I did want to ask you real quick about the news this past week. Sha'Carri Richardson, her suspension.
Uh-huh.
What I've been looking at Facebook. I've been seeing a lot of comments from people. She shouldn't have been suspended. Uh, they should let her participate in the Olympics. Some people are saying, well, we need to re-examine the rule. Marijuana doesn't make you run faster.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I posted. I'm not going to make excuses for her, and she owned it. And there are rules. I do think the people around her failed her, but other than that, I mean, what's your thought?
I agree. Like I think that, well, obviously the people that she has around her right now are more or less just yes people, and versus no.
Hmm.
And in the famous words of a good smart guy that I know, I can't pretend to know what those other people were thinking. That's your quote. But anyway, but those With those people being around her, I would imagine that I'm a hope that they are telling her no.
Uh-huh.
But and then maybe what she did, she probably did it behind closed doors by herself somewhere. Then okay, but if those guys are
Right.
around her, passing her the blunt or passing her
Right.
the edibles or whatever it may be, marijuana wise, then yeah, those are not exactly the people that you should have around you. And you know that when they know that what the repercussions of that whole situation, right?
Right.
So and then on top of that, her responsibility to herself, how you raised, what was going on in your life, maybe what you do and don't have, or just
Mm-hmm.
just getting a better life for yourself, right?
Yeah.
She needs to
Yeah.
put that responsibility on her because she knows, it's like someone tell you don't touch the stove, it's hot.
Yeah.
You
And
know
and they
why?
drug test, and and I get it. I'm not gonna tell somebody how to cope with grief, the loss of your mother. So
But even if, let's say for instance that was you and you're running in the track, you're the biggest spotlight right now.
yeah.
You might have family members, let's just say somebody, you had a rough something happen in your family where you're grieving.
Mm-hmm.
As your friend, and I seen you get ready to, I didn't say because I ain't gonna bring anything bad around you, but I just caught you with something. I'd be like, hey man, I know what's going on, I know what you're going through, man, but don't do this because you're only gonna compound what you got going on. Let's find a better way
Right.
to do this. We can do
Right.
this another way. Or we can do something else other than this, or let me help you out. I'm
Right.
not gonna be like, man, pass that to me. I know what you're going through, bro. Pass that to me. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
knowing to come Monday, you're gonna be tested. It's just
Exactly.
I'm not gonna
Exactly.
jeopardize because your life as a friend. Then that doesn't make me a real friend. I'm
Right.
that basically that just makes you the person that's there to get what they can from that person.
Right.
And
Right.
friendship goes deeper than materialistic things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's friendship is soulful. So that's why I
Yeah.
say I just I put it on everybody around her. I hate that she did it. The thing is, I'm gonna ask you this though about that whole situation. So that obviously marijuana, is kind of lenient somewhat
Mm-hmm.
around here. Everybody's up in arms about it and thinking they're so wrong. But here's a situation that that's not a U.S. thing. That why she got banned. It's the Olympic, which is
Yeah.
a world thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you? I mean, like, how do you navigate that? I'm just kind of asking you, like, how.
How do you navigate? Oh, I mean, that's a good question. Honestly, I don't know, but all I can say was what I would, if I were in her shoes. But we're older now, and again, we handle grief differently. Me, I wouldn't have put myself in that situation to begin with.
Yeah.
Uh, but I know this is most certainly not the end of her story. Oh, she's gonna be back. Learn from her mistake, and
Well, the thing is, she can run in the Olympics. The only problem is they snubbed her, so she can run. She was eligible to run in the Olympics
okay,
because the ban is over August, I think 5th, which or the suspension.
because they
So
said they already left her off the team.
exactly, that was my point.
Right.
They took her off the team,
Mm-hmm.
which she was still eligible for I think the 4x100 and a single. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mistaken, I probably go back and read it, but she was eligible for those things and she could. So it's the Olympic board that's really the one that's snubbing her. It's not so much as the U.S. that's
Okay.
doing the snub. So
Right.
that's um if that's the fastest person you get out there and she's already passed her suspension of whatever, because
Mm-hmm.
you should put her on it because she's probably the fastest lady that you have in that whole uh, stack of women or group of women, right?
Right. Right.
By you not putting her on there makes it say that you are still punishing her for what you already punished her for. Basically, it's like you're not forgiven or even though we punish you this long, we're going to continue to punish you. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Right. No, I
Because
give what you're saying.
it's the suspension's over. So why would she not be on a team? And that's one of the fastest people that you have.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's a mess up situation for her. I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is.
But it
I'm gonna
start from
keep
the beginning.
yeah, keep an eye on her story because yeah, like I said, it is far from being written.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I at the end we always answer some questions from some viewers, and
Those
I
viewers' questions.
yeah, you've got some. I know I've got one. Do you want to go ahead and go first? Do you
I
want me
s
to?
What you want me to read mine? You know,
Yeah,
I stumble over all of them.
yeah, it's cool. I mean, I can read mine first, or
I mean, just the answering part. You know, I don't know either to go first or after you because you have the smart, intelligent one that answers,
not
and
me. No, I don't.
I have the I call the goof tart answer.
No,
Like,
no.
man, that don't make no sense, bruh.
Well, okay, you read yours and then I'll answer. And or do you want to answer?
I'll read it. I'll read it, and
Okay,
you can answer.
okay, all right,
Um, let me pull it up. This is from Mrs. Sherilyn
okay.
from out of Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. She's close to you. So thanks for the question, Miss Sherilyn. But she said, what could what could men do better to communicate to women that they are just interested in the lady for the meantime and not as if she is the one? Do I need to
No, no, that's
read
no. I
that?
think I got it. So to me, it's just simple. Just be honest
Mm-hmm.
and tell her straight up. Hey, hey, this is the situation. This is what it is. I'm just interested. A lot of times we'll say, oh, we can hang out, we can kick it. You know what that's code for. So I just say just be honest and open. You may very well want some ass or whatever, but But I think sometimes we as men aren't honest because we're afraid we're not going to get what we want. So I would just say, and I know it's tough, but hey, it's honestly, if you tell her the truth, then you don't have to worry about, well, this, that, or covering up or lie, or because we don't remember, or well, I know I said this, but just I would just say it's simple. Just be honest up front, and and she could take it as however she wants to take it. Choose not to deal with you, or be like, okay, well, I can do that because I always say let her make the decision.
Yeah, true.
And I always say, in basketball terms, throw her that lob, and let's see if she it's up to her if she wants to go get it or not.
Yeah.
So that's
That's
me.
cool. That's cool.
That's my answer. And
Just
what do you think?
no, just I would have said the exact same thing that you said. Just to piggy. I mean, really, just to piggyback off of this. Yeah, yeah. You just it. The intentions. They have to have the intentions.
Right,
Sometimes you're not going to find those guys with the intentions, so you may not get that communication. You're going to get something totally different, or I say a mask communication. So guys are, for instance, he might pretend he wants you as the now, and
right,
really he just really wants you as a meantime. And I
right,
say in that the women have to be a little more truthful to themselves when they see those signs, and when they really kind of see that sign of this guy really just wants some sex, instead of
right,
thinking that they can turn this guy into wanting them or they just want the love. Look at the signs, and if they're putting the signs out there as not what you want,
right.
go ahead because something like I said, they're gonna show who they really are. I'm gonna say
Hmm.
they like I'm not a man, but we'll show who we are in the end. So just look at
Right.
the signs. I mean, and if you get a good guy, he's gonna give you the real. You're gonna get the good vibe, the good feeling, and he's gonna tell you like, hey, look, this is what I want. I'm just single. I want to stay single. I just want to
Yeah.
kick it with you. You get those guys. It's not like all
Hmm.
guys are the dogs. I mean, I've done it. It's like, hey, I don't want a relationship right now.
Right.
So this is what it is. And I just let them go ahead. I either let them tell me yes or no because from what I have learned, there's more women in the world than there are men. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Eligible mates.
exactly. But go ahead, man.
Yeah. Well. So I got one more question, and this is from a viewer from last week, Mona in Roswell. She wants to know, what do men think makes a good man?
ooh, I would say, I say that like it was a good friend of ours named Chris. What makes a good man?
What do men think? Yeah, what do men think makes a good man?
See how I'm stumbling?
No,
Because I have an answer, but I don't want to say it like that because
no, go ahead and say it. Go ahead
the
and say it.
same way I just said, I would. I think that goes to. I mean, there's a, let's just say, framework of a good man that what we everybody expect to be a good man.
Right.
So I think it's the lady, how she views that guy makes him a good man.
Okay.
So, and what I'm saying is like some women may not like certain things about guys or certain things, right?
Hmm.
Some women may like that same thing that other women don't like, and she considered that a good guy or a good man. I'm just turned all on women.
Right. Right.
But nah, I mean, to be honest, to me, a good man is just somebody who's just genuine. You know, he's genuine in his actions, his sentiment or whatever when he's talking, or just a genuine person, and he's doing everything he's supposed to do. And that's why I say actions. So let's just say you have a household and you have a young lady that lives with you, or you might not be married, you might be married, you know, and that's another thing. That's why I was saying, like, it's just how people are viewed, because you could be living with a young lady and doing everything, but if you're not married, she may consider you not good to her, not good guy, because you won't marry
Hmm.
her. So that's why I say it's all on the viewing, how it's viewed for the person. But anyway, so my perception as a good man is basically, just doing everything he's supposed to be doing as a man. I'll air quote that, like paying your bills, taking care of a home, taking care of the wife or a girlfriend.
Right.
That's basically in a nutshell a good man.
Hmm.
And that's how a lot of women see that. And that's why I say that's that framework. So
Right.
everything else past that is on the viewership of the person that
Okay.
maybe. So anyway, I'm just rambling, but go ahead.
But I mean, I think of a lot of it has, like you said, kind, compassionate. I think what you do when no one else around, I could think that kind of defines you
Yeah.
as a good man. How you treat people who can do nothing for you, or just kind of simple things like that. And I hate to get into good father and stuff like that, because then I feel like it's. I mean, I still think that stuff kind of makes you a good man too. But people say, well, you're doing stuff you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be a good father. You're supposed to be this. You're
Yeah.
supposed to be
Yeah.
that. So I mean, I just think of it. Think of it a person who a man who can show empathy and
Mhm.
just be like a good all around person, and yeah, who cares about people, and the way he treats people,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, to me it's just because at first I was like, I had this answer and this and that, then I thought about it, I was like, ooh, I really don't have an answer. I
Yeah,
really don't.
because I mean, like I said, it's gonna be, if you ask any guy, they're
Hmm.
gonna run along the same lines of what we just said.
Right.
And that's why I say I think it's so much of a framework. Everybody has that same framework. It's like building a house. We
Right.
all have that same foundation when it comes to being a good man. Now, when you start adding the rooms onto the house, they might be a little different. That's why I say that whole viewer, how somebody
Right.
views it. They
Right.
the one lady might be like, well, baby, I need a third bedroom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though we got the same foundation, all of
Right.
us, and the good man comes like how that lady starts to view that person.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I know women that say that, man, he's a good man because this dude running around, he got all the Air Force Ones in his closet. I mean, Jordans in his closet, and
And
they
then
think
he
he the
and,
best
and
man
then
in
he
the
gives me
world.
some money. He'll break me off too.
Yeah,
Get some money.
he a good man. He a good man. That dude out there been cheating since day one, but he a good man because he got all the Jordans.
And he's paying all the bills.
Yeah, but
I'm just.
but it does. And the other lady like, what? So because
Yeah.
he a good man because he got a bunch of shoes in his closet. Come on, he didn't gave you a couple of dollars when your phone bill still past due, but he still gave you $25. So
Yeah. So I mean, to say all that, Mona, I don't know if I answered your question
I don't
correctly.
either.
Because I stumbled, I struggled with this one. I thought I had an answer, and yeah,
I never had
that's
an
the
answer.
best. That's the best answer. But yeah, so we want to thank you for joining us. We're going to wrap up, and of course, we want you to go tell your friends and go on YouTube and hit that subscribe button Two Men with Mics. Check us out. Again, if you've got a question you want answered, you can email us, text us, WhatsApp, whatever you do to get that question to us. Go ahead and we'll get it on. But
two men with mics at gmail.com.
That's right. And then you can hit us up on our respective Facebook, or if you got our number, you know us. Just send us a message, and we'll get as many questions as we can on.
True.
Yeah. So again, we want to thank you for joining us. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, I've been Bobby.
I've been CJ. I get to say my name. I've been CJ.
And you guys have a good night. Take care.
Later.